Thomas here with Much Props, going to give you another how-to video. It has been a cold week in Texas and I've lost electricity a couple of times, heat, water, a few other things. So I had this one thing that I built a while back. It's relatively simple and hopefully quick because I'm going to try and upload this using my phone hotspot. So today we are going to modify a cheap Halloween mask into like a orc ghoulish looking thing. Let's get to building. I have totes of these random Halloween masks, horns, bones, and all kinds of other bits and bobs to make stuff with. I usually hit up the after Halloween sales and stock up for the year. I was diving into the bins the other day and thought I could use this mask as a good base. I trim the horns to fit kind of like tusks, I guess, and then give everything a good sanding with some 220 grit sandpaper. To attach the tusks, I just lay down a solid pull of hot glue and hold them into place as they cool. Then I went around the outside edge to secure it further into place. Then to add some more details to the mask and make it look like rotting flesh kinda, I started to just layer down layer after layer of hot glue to build up the face. I used the blowtorch to knock back the webbing from the hot glue when you pull it off of the surface. After several layers, it was ready for paint. I hit the mask with 2 coats of black spray paint to unify all the surfaces. This mask has sat at this stage for a few months now, waiting on me to finish it, so with weather outside freezing, I shifted from what I was working on for this week to something else that I figured I could finish, since I've lost power and all those other things. Hooray this week. Always good to have kind of a backup plan. I laid down a base layer of red Plaid Effects paint to get into all the crevices to make my base layer. Then to start adding the skin tones, I switched over to a sponge with some green, brown, and off-white Plaid Effects acrylic paint to start building up uneven colors. I load my sponge up with paint, then lightly tap onto the high points of the hot glue, leaving the red untouched in the cracks. This layer will look a little light and off just a little until we dirty it up. Now with a loose mix of black and brown, I push paint into all of the cracks with a wet chip brush. Then I wipe away most of it gently with a paper towel. This will give depth to the paint job and really start to sell the character itself. I make a few passes until I get the desired dirtiness that I want. Then to finish it off, I add my usual method of strapping. I rough up the inside surface of the mask to give the super glue something to grip to. Then I sandwich some 1-inch elastic banding between some thin strips of EVA and the mask. This will help to kind of lock it into place. And we are finished. Here is the end result. It looks a lot different than it started out. These are little devil horns and the texture is just using some hot glue. You'd be pretty amazed at what you can accomplish with a little bit of hot glue, but overall not too bad. Super quick, easy build, something you could throw together in a couple of hours and give your own spin on. I think that it's an awesome way to kind of customize something that you find on the cheap and make it kind of your own. So hopefully you will try and make one of these yourselves and impress your friends with your ability to convert cheap Halloween things into something a little bit better. For show. Maybe you'll get some. Yay! And inevitably they're going to ask you, how'd you make that? You can give them one of these. Tell them much props. All my fellow Texans out there,
stay warm. Peace out.
Thanks to the continued support of my Patreons. If you enjoy what I do, please consider helping me continue to put content out here on YouTube. Links in the description below. Check out the tiers and get the behind the scenes scoop.